Hi guys, I made some notes so that I can try to keep this short and sweet as much as possible. Um, I have been feeling really tired since I started taking my medication. I thought it was my baclofen because in the past baclofen's been I've always had inconsistent results with it. So I had them go ahead and give me my Flexeril. I found out it was the zonisamide that is for my migraines. Instead of having two 50 milligram capsules twice a day, he went ahead and prescribed me one 100 milligram twice a day. And I didn't catch that until until about a week ago. And I think that's what's making me really, really tired. So I've been taking that at night, and I'm going to ask him if we can kind of work with that and see about that. The experiment I spoke about in my last video, it was, I didn't like the word experiment. It was more of a in-depth study. However, that was put on hold until I find out a different way to do it. It highly depended on about 100 people doing a survey who have been floxed, and the admins of this group I was in shut that down because from what I'm assuming, one person did not like the fact that I was doing it. Nobody else had a problem with it. I explained to him what was going on, and everything, went into detail of what was going on. This one person was a total bitch about it. And she seemed to question everything about me. She even went on my profile and started putting things on there that about me. It was really weird. I actually plan on leaving that group. It's turning out to start being a very negative group here lately. So there's that. Smoking. I have not quit smoking. It is January 10th, 2017. I have not quit smoking yet. Andrew and I were going to quit smoking over Christmas break. Unfortunately, he had a death in the family, so we were not able to quit. I personally have set my quit date for January 14th, and my patches came in, so they were prescribed. I'm going to try to quit cold turkey, but I have these as backup. If I need them. And their step 1, they're 21 milligrams. I was kind of hoping for step 2, but they told me that if I need step 2, then I can easily just call and they can go ahead and prescribe them to me, so that's awesome. As far as the pain clinic, I mentioned that I had filed, it wasn't necessarily a civil suit, it was a claim saying that they violated my civil rights because they discriminated against my illness, against my doctors, and against my disability. I received a letter from this office that I filed the claim, and they said that they were not going to look any further into it. I'm okay with that. Obviously, they didn't find grounds to do so. I'm going to look into this a little further and see what else can be done. I'm not going to go, just because I want to keep this short and sweet. I'm not going to go into great detail, but they did, Murphy Pain Clinic, if you live in this area, do not go to them. They did pretty much scold me for being in a wheelchair. I was disabled at the time. People are in wheelchairs when they're disabled. Anyways, I will be contacting the Better Business Bureau on them. I will be contacting a lawyer to see what else can be done. Not so much because I'm bitter at them anymore, but because I don't want them to do this to anybody else. This is ridiculous, the way they treated me. I don't want anybody else to go through this. As far as the pain management, my new doctor, my new primary care doctor, he referred me to a new pain management, and I spoke to them over the phone, and they seem very, very nice. So I'm hoping everything works out. I have an appointment with them early February, so I'm hoping things work out with them. And Dr. Jones did say he would take care of me medication-wise until I can get him with them. So he's really taking care of me, and I really, really respect him and really, really like that. As far as the Evergreen Center, because our lovely marketplace and government insurance and everything, I have to be on Medicaid now because as of right now I don't have any employment. I am looking for a job. There's not many things I can do, but I am looking for a job. But anyways, the Evergreen Center only takes Medicare and United Healthcare, and obviously I lost my United Healthcare coverage. I asked them, since I already paid for those 2 kits, if I could go ahead and get the one that they had in office and then just wait on the other one. But before I did that, I wanted to make sure that once those kits were, because I also have to pay the testing site once I turn those test kits in, for them to test them and then turn them into the doctor. I asked them, once they do that, can I get pretty much my medical record of that from the doctor to my new primary, because otherwise I would have to pay anywhere between $100 to $150 for an office visit at Evergreen Center to go over just those test results. And they said no, which doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's just like going in and getting my record. She said no, because they're the only doctors that can read them, which doesn't make any sense. They wouldn't give me my money back, which further upset me. That I'm paying for something that you can't give me. It's not my fault that I can no longer come to your office. I enjoy coming to your office. I can't anymore because of my insurance. But you're not wanting to refund me. So they're using it as a credit for my magnesium shots. Even though my new doctor's office is willing to do my magnesium shots. I'm just going to do them at Evergreen Center until I run out of the credit, I guess. I switched birth control. I had been having a lot of issues with the Nexplanon, which is the implant in your arm. Not a lot of people have issues with that, so don't use me as an example for that. I usually, if there are issues to be had with something, I am that person to have the issues. I spoke with my doctor and told her that I like the patch and I like the ring. However, I have issues. I had a con with both of those. Spoke to her to both of those cons, and she said that there's a new patch out. My con with the patch was the adhesive. She said there's a new patch out called Zulane, and the adhesive isn't as bad. And actually, as soon as I took it off, you couldn't even tell I had it on. And I'm wearing it now, and it stays on for a week. You know, you put one on for a week, and then take it off. Put one on for a week, take it off. Put one on for a week, take it off. And then leave one off for a week. Yeah. And it's progesterone and estrogen, which is what I think I needed. The implant was just progesterone. And as you can see, my face is already starting to clear up a little more. I have some kind of right here. I already feel a lot better, like hormone-wise, so, yeah, so I feel better hormone-wise, and I think it was the birth control. So we switched that, and as far as that goes, I'll get into that in a minute. The new doctor, we spoke about the the mass, the benign tumorous mass that they found in the MRI that was taken at the Mayo Clinic, and he wanted to look into it. I have an annual scheduled with my OBGYN this week, and he said to go ahead and have them do a vaginal ultrasound to see if they can see anything from that point of view. And then he'll also have an abdominal ultrasound done to look at it and see what it is and whatnot. And I mean, I've been dealing with this since I was 19, and it would be really nice if we could get it removed. I mean, it's very bothersome, and I've not been able to tone up my abdomen because of it. No matter how much weight I lose, no matter what, I always have some sort of belly fat because I can't tone it up because of that issue. And he was like, okay, well, we'll do this, we'll take care of it. I really like this new primary care physician. He also, my labs came back, and again, my ANA was positive, slightly positive. However, he explained to me what that meant. He looked into it. There's one variable, just one, like I'm tiptoeing into the positive marker of the ANA. And he said that he's just as confused as I am. He said it's a lupus-like disease caused by me being floxing. I didn't mention the floxing at all. And this is what I love about Norton doctors, is they recognize floxing. They recognize fluoroquinolone toxicity. I hadn't mentioned floxing at all that appointment. He said that this is a lupus-like condition caused by the floxing, that this very well could have been caused by the floxing. And so he recommended me to a Norton rheumatologist, because he said rheumatology, and I'm like, oh God. And I was like, as long as it's with Norton. He said absolutely. His name is Dr. Takagishi, and I have an appointment with him in the beginning of March, and so hopefully we'll be able to figure that out and why my ANA is negative, and because it's not lupus. He said it's not lupus, it's not the marker for lupus, but it's a lupus-like thing. He said that's why your muscles and everything is acting like you have lupus, but then it goes to normal. You know, almost every issue that I've had, besides the muscle issues, but almost every issue I've had has gone to normal, you know, almost as soon as it comes, and that doesn't make any sense. And my I don't know if I've said it already, but my potassium is finally normal after almost 2 years. My potassium is finally normal. I quit taking it almost 2 weeks before I went, because I figured he'd want to draw labs, and I wanted a baseline. And it was like, not just like borderline normal, like it was in the normal range. And he said that he will retest it next time. He will retest it before my next appointment. Like, just to be sure, he'll go ahead and retest it. Because I told him, I was like, that doesn't sound right. Like, I've been on potassium for a very long time because I've been low. We don't know why I've been low, but I've been low. But yeah, my potassium is normal, so yay. That's, I also went to the cardiologist, and even though I'm still having the fluttering thing going on, which I spoke to him about, he said, you know, and I've been dealing with that since I was 16. He said, you know, sometimes things like that just happen, and he said the recorder's not picking up anything. There's nothing on the EKG, that everything's normal. So that's good news. Everything's normal with EKG, with my heart and everything. Blood pressure was good. Pulse was good. Blood pressure was actually kind of low when I went to the cardiologist, but the day before, whenever I went to the doctor, my blood pressure was like almost perfect. So I think it was because I was sitting there trying to relax at the cardiologist, because I wanted my pulse to be like perfect. And I wanted like everything to be like perfect. But the EKG and everything came back perfect. And I told him about the loop recorder, and I showed him where the mark was. and where the loop recorder was, and I said, it's moving. I was like, it's hurting and everything. And he was like, well, we do want to keep it in for at least 1 year, which is May. He said, but we'll definitely get it taken out in May. He's like, obviously, you know, everything seems okay, so there's no sense in keeping it any longer than that. So it's going to come out in May, so I'm cleared as far as cardiology goes. The tumor mass, whatever it is, it's going to be taken care of. Finally figured out the muscle issue. It's because of the positive ANA. We don't know what that means yet, but hopefully this rheumatologist will be able to figure that out in March. I hate that I have to wait that long, but you know, when it comes to specialists, sometimes you gotta wait a little bit. So I've had some bad news here and there, but good news too. So hopefully with the medication to get me through, I can start getting into shape. And start some, you know, start feeling a lot better. I'm gonna start taking, I don't know if you can tell, but this is the most awake that I have looked almost all day because of the zonisamide. I can't take it during the day anymore. Like, I can't. It's very hard for me to keep my eyes open right now. Like, they want to shut. So, yeah. So I will keep you updated as far as everything. My next video will probably be about the smoking, how that's going, and also my diet. I've got to get back on my diet. It's been a little lax lately just because of money issues, but hopefully with not smoking, I won't have as many money issues. So, so everybody out there, hope you are doing well and stay well.